Hello. So, my progress has been quite good. The main progress that I achieved was that I had to do some of training videos which had which in the length of time would be more than 4 hours of speech with video in the same kind of theme. So it's quite good, 4 hours of consistent, or better yet non-stop speech, and trying to use the same rules that I came up with, like breathe through your mouth, less s, fill in the pauses, which I'm currently not that good of because I have to think, more enthusiasm, which is quite important, but being too enthusiastic, it's a little bit cringy. Also, written speech is better, but it's more time consuming. Yes, and also the sixth one, even commenting on written things goes. Even commenting on things goes better in written. If written, I've made a little mistake here. Anyway, so as I see, my progress has been good, but these kind of videos are on a pause. The main reason is lack of time, but better yet, I'm very good when it comes to thinking of excuses. And I noticed that a lot of people are also very good of thinking about excuses. But as for me, I'm thinking of any kind of excuse. I'm tired, I don't have time, I need to relax. All kinds of excuses, and the main thing that everyone have are procrastination and feeling of self-pity. I notice that each time I don't overcome this feeling and I go and do it, I have this feeling of pushing yourself harder and achieving much more. I didn't want to lose this phrase, that so I even written it, but it's felt so good. The main time I got this feeling was when I didn't want to go exercise, but I pushed myself, I went, and I felt great. So consistency is key. But the other thing that I noticed, you become, some say that you become the people you surround yourself with. The other thing is also true, you become the news that you follow, because days are changing, and the more you interact, and with basically with what you interact, impacts you a lot. Not so long ago, even now, I would say most of interaction were with people, so with whom you interacted most impacted you the most as well. Now I noticed I'm my inner feeling, like my anxieties, my fears, or my thoughts, are mostly connected to the things and to the news that I follow, which is weirdly enough about protests in Russia, Belarus, and the political status in Ukraine. These countries interest me a lot because I had a lot of culture and a lot of education and being raised in this kind of environment. So I'm very interested, and I know this kind of people and how they think, and it interests me a lot how hard a person must be pushed in order to go and to protest in an environment where everything is getting worse year by year, and people there are very patient. They're sadistically patient. It's strange, and they believe in their greatness. And I was always amazed on how people can be deprived of money, shelter, all the comforts of this world, just to feel, just for the feeling of being part of greatness. It always amazed me. But the social experiments that I see in those things, as how worse it has to get until you go and protest. And I noticed that my inner feelings about anxiety and wanting to do something great, because it's also increasing. The things that people are doing there are part of history, while I am not achieving that. I'm not pushing myself, I'm not doing anything, and I'm not becoming part of history, which on one point is not bad. Not everyone are leave their footprint in our history. But for some reason, I have an inner desire to also leave a mark. I know that most of people, biologically speaking, leave a mark with their descendants, and the only ability of you to be immortal is to leave kids and to leave descendants. That's the only biological way of you to have an immortality. It's interesting. And the thing that motivated today to do this video and have my speech training number 3 would be this feeling of wanting to leave a mark. I'm not sure, but I notice that great things inspire people, and seeing how people are fighting for their future inspired me. I wish them all the best, and I hope that they achieve the things that they desire, and that they will leave a mark. Because you have to be open-minded in order to grow. Thank you, and bye.